Hi, folks. Paul here. Hopefully, you can hear me okay. I still have trouble with my mic. It's mainly my phone that's giving me trouble. The port's too damaged. So, the adapter that fits into it for the microphone sometimes doesn't work that great, but I'll do the best I can. I just wanted to check in. Is just celebrating today. Um, my daughter graduated from high school tonight, and it's also my birthday, so kind of a big day. So I'm gonna smoke one of my Cubans. Been sitting in the humidor for I don't know about 5 months maybe, and I don't know how old it is before that. But anyway, I've got the Romeo and Julieta wide Churchill. And I don't think I've had this particular Romeo and Julieta before. Many years ago, when I was traveling in Eastern Europe and going to school, I would often buy Romeo and Julietas, the Churchills. That was one of my favorites, Cubans, and it wasn't too full bodied for me. It was a good stepping stone going from milder cigars into more full bodied cigars. So I really enjoyed it. So I'm not going to do a full review today. I'm just going to check in a little bit, smoke a little bit of this Romeo and Julieta. Today's pairing, the auditorium was pretty hot, so I didn't feel like having a whiskey tonight. So I've got a frozen mug, and I poured some Guinness in it. So that'll be nice and refreshing. Where are we at here? Check the draw. And it's a little tight. That's going to be okay, though, I think. On the cold draw, just got a little bit of saltiness on my lips there. Not a whole lot of flavor. I know I'm indoors, but Aaron, I'm having the torch because I got my fan over there going. I got the windows open. I got an air purifier up there, so I've got a pretty good cross breeze going. So soft flame is kind of difficult to do. So yeah, I'm just going to kick back and relax after a busy day of preparation and celebration. Finally got the house to myself for the night for a while, and got 5 dogs curled up on the floor here, so hopefully they'll stay nice and calm. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. Getting enough of a draw on it. I don't think I'll need a draw poker. It's not that tight. Touch it up a little more. Not super strong right now. I am getting a hint of pepper and a little bit of saltiness. I want to say I'm already getting some kind of a little bit of nuttiness too. It's good. Not bad. I have no idea if it's legit Cuban. I'm pretty confident in the source, but I didn't buy a whole box or anything. I just bought a few. I usually buy a few at a time when I'm traveling or friends are traveling. They'll grab me a few sticks. Got an uneven burn going here at the beginning. Go ahead and clean up that lens a little bit. That's a little better. So I had my first Cubans, well, I think it was around 1999, 2000, and 2001, and then I was traveling. It was in 2001. I was having Cubans when I was overseas, and they had a different flavor than today's Cuban to me. If you look at the history and the challenges they've had over the years, it kind of makes sense that you may not have that same flavor because so many things changed over the years and different seed types and the blue mold and all that stuff that was going on. So it's very rare that I get a cigar that is from Cuba that reminds me of the older Cubans. They're still good to me, but I miss that really earthy flavor. Is the best way I can describe it of the Cuban cigars. That um, yeah, that's the best way I can say. Yeah, good, decent flavors right now. I won't say it's spectacular. Hopefully, it evens out. Sorry about the camera angle. I'm up in the recliner today, so I have the camera off to the side. I'm leaning towards this being the real deal. It's got complexity in the flavors. I'm not sure that they would go to that trouble with a counterfeit. Getting kind of that roasted coffee flavor. There's definitely not the earthiness that I would attribute to, especially the older Cubans. I thought I heard a crack, but it looks okay so far. I don't know if it'll show up, but the wrapper's got some texture to it. A little bit wavy. You can definitely see those oils around the burn line starting to come out. It's got a little bit of a sheen to the wrapper. Kind of a gnarly looking cap. That's a word. It's pretty smooth. You can easily retro on this one. You get some of the, I think, like baking spices there on the retro. I seem to remember there being more cedar in the Romeo and Julietas. If I'm not mistaken, it's been so long, but I'm not picking up a lot of cedar right now. Yep. I'm kind of waiting for it to try to catch up with that burn line. Looks like it's trying to. Also try not to smoke it too fast. Get some Guinness here. Ah, that's refreshing. That's very refreshing. Guinness is pretty strong for a what I'd calling right now I'm a milder smoke, but that's fine. Might be too early to say, but it's starting to seem like it's settling in a little bit. Just starting to. Maybe I'm getting far enough in. With the mix of that Guinness, I'm getting kind of a toffee flavor. A little hint of butter in there. It's kind of nice. Yeah, with Cubans, at least for me, you start to kind of build them up in your head that they're going to be really outstanding. Um, and when they hit, I really enjoy that distinct Cuban flavor that you just don't get with the New World cigars. But I wouldn't say it's better. I earlier today was smoking La Roma de Cuba Rothschild, one of the originals, and it was a banger. It was really good and definitely comparable. At least right now, I actually enjoyed that one more than this one. But I still enjoy getting Cubans when I can. Or I should say when I want to. It's they're so pricey. It's not something I run after all the time. I usually grab a few sticks now and then when I'm traveling. But like in my mind, if I'm gonna buy a box of Cubans, let's say well, let's say even what, 5 cigars, 5 Cuban cigars might run you, $250, and you're enjoyable, but you only get 5 sticks. It's a short experience where I could get, a box of Bolivars, a Bolivar Cofradillo, which I really enjoy. I could smoke those every day, and it's a lot less than $250 for a whole box of 25. So you're constantly playing that battle in your head. I'm sure everybody does that. That's in that situation. Yeah. So it's pleasant. It's not blowing my socks off. It looks like it's trying even more to even out there a bit. So I think what I'll do is I might check in towards the end here when I get down to the end. But in the meantime, I'm just going to kick back and relax and just enjoy it, enjoy my Guinness, maybe watch some YouTube or something. Anyway, I'll check back in one more time. Thanks. Hi, folks. I'm back. A little more than halfway through here. You can see the burn line evened out nicely. Much better. So a few minutes after I cut the video, it really started to settle in, and I started to get more of that toffee flavor, the baking spice in there, and it's very good. So I'm pretty sure I've got a legit one here. Uh, very deep, very nice smoke. There's a It's getting more of that earthiness in there. Again, not like the originals. They're not originals, but the ones that I first started on. Not quite that full of earthiness, but definitely getting some in there, which I really enjoy with the Cubans. Yeah, it's been really nice. I'm enjoying it. You gonna get down, Jack, or just reposition? He likes to sit on my lap, but he doesn't like the smoke, so he got to point his head the other way. Yeah, this is a very nice ending to a good day, busy day. I finally got my beard trimmed. I think it turned out pretty nice. It's been about a year since I had it done, and it was definitely getting pretty shaggy and hard to maintain. So it just feels great, and I think it looks a lot better. I feel like a different person now. But yeah, so Romeo and Juliet of the Wide Churchill is I've seen it's getting pretty good ratings, good reviews from videos I see, and I can see why. It's definitely settled into a really nice smoke. The draw is just perfect. It started out just a little bit tight, but didn't feel like I was having to work too much extra. So I got lucky. We're fortunate. Yeah, well, I don't have a whole lot to say. I just wanted to share the experience with you a little bit. Might be interested in just let I sit back and enjoy a Cuban cigar once in a while. And I think that's about it. So I'm going to keep sipping on my Guinness here and finish off this cigar and call it a night. So thanks for watching. Have a good one.